USC continues to add to their 26 class. Cornerback joins the crew. Talk about that and much more here on the Student Body Right USC podcast. All right, Student Body Right USC podcast. Dwayne Douglas here. A lot of stuff going on at USC, and we'll talk about that stuff here. Number one, check me out on Twitter. PORSBR is my Twitter handle. Check me out there. All the stuff. And then you got on Twitter. I'm sorry, on Instagram, you got put on waivers underscore podcast is put on waivers underscore podcast. So Peyton Dyer, cornerback from Duluth, Georgia, comes in here now, and he's a hard commit from the hard commit to USC's 2026 class. Again, you know, Reed and Belk doing their thing. I mean, just a tremendous get for them, and we'll see if he stays. We'll see all that because he's from Georgia, and of course, Dante Williams and company are hot on his trail. So, but we know how it goes now. If you are a commit to USC, you are not taking visits from any to anybody else. So you are basically a Trojan, and as far as that goes. And I mean, listen, right now you go into this the 26 class, and you're looking at 28 recruits here, 28 hard recruits here, and hard commitments, and you might he might get some picked off here and there, but for the most part, I mean, these guys are ready to be Trojans, and that's really exciting for everybody involved with USC, Chad Bowden and company, and then obviously Lincoln Riley is definitely going to be excited to get more and more talent, no matter where it comes from, whether it comes from California, it comes from Georgia, however it comes. So, this guy is a four-star, there's a right now, I think a four-star corner. As far as size goes, 6 feet, 190. So you can see his highlights are, you can see him on 24/7. You can see it on you can see it on YouTube, whatever. But again, this is just expanding the brand and expanding the brand, and dipping in to backyards here and there of the South, but always keeping an eye on holding everything down in your own backyard at USC. So and in the state of California. So fun times right now for USC recruiting. And also fun times they had a rooftop party for USC coaches and recruits and their families, and it looked like a great time. Rob Ryan looked like he was going to be in Sinners 2 with his little vampire outfit on, but I mean, everybody looked fresh. Everybody looked fresh. Everybody looked good. It was kind of. I think the thing about it again that we're seeing is Chad is just doing. I mean, the front office is family, family, family. It's family, family, family. When you get in with the family, that's why when he was at Notre Dame, they had they had such a good group of guys who are who stayed. Their retention was so good because he's not gonna lose people. He keeps people together, and I think it starts with getting to know these families, and just trying to make the Trojan family and the prospects family just all one. It's not the Trojan family is not just about the players, about the sisters and the brothers and the cousins and the mom and dads and the grandfather and the grandfather and grandmother and all those things like that. So that's what they kind of encompass there. And right now it's working. Right now it's working. Now we can talk about the bag and everything like that, but you got to be able to, a lot of folks have bags, but you have to be able to have that conversation with these young men and their family and be able to get it done. And if you can't get it done, you can't get it done. But obviously, ABC, if you're working sales, ABC is always be closing. And right now, USC and Chad Bowden always be closing. People are making a big deal about not Chad Bowden and USC and what they've done as far as how much they possibly get paid. Um, the tight end Amara Day. So I again, it's not really that big. It's really it's not like Mark Bowen, whatever he's getting paid or not getting paid or whatever. I mean, he committed to USC. I mean, there are whoever has the best opportunities, the best bag, the better whatever, best NIL situation, the best situation for him to get to the National Football League in the best way possible. That's where they're gonna go. And again, you know, if you ever had a kid who wants to go to college somewhere else far away from you, you're gonna always try to drop a line here and there and say, "Hey, and do you really want to go all the way to Georgia? Do you really want to go all the way to this place? Because you know you can just stay home. You can just stay home." And they have and the 6'5", 225 pound clone of Brock Bowers. I mean, like it's time to stay. I mean, they want him to stay home. I mean, Oregon did not come through. Georgia didn't come through. Ole Miss, Alabama. I mean, USC is beating out all those schools because they're putting on a premium on guys staying in California. The best in California play for USC, and that's the model that they're going by, and you're seeing that everywhere, and you're seeing it with the number of recruits in this 26 class who are going to be at USC, and modern day has to be part of it. Modern day has to be a huge part of what USC is, and right now with this class, modern day is definitely that. Notre Dame, USC. It's getting. I mean, we'll have to really check it out and see how it goes down the line. I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be. It's all good. It's all bad. I'm not saying that they're trying to get away from the game or not get away from the game. I know USC has extended again to people who are not informed. USC has extended the hand to say, "Hey, we'll play you in 2026 at the Coliseum." Beyond that, we have to see what the playoff is going to look like. You got to see what the playoffs is going to look like. You got to see if the playoff is going to be something where, they're going to go to the 5-11 format. They're going to go to the format what they're going to do as far as you know automatic qualifiers and stuff like that. I think people around college football don't like the automatic qualifiers because it just seems like they don't want some of the small conferences don't want these teams to get a bunch of get 8 teams in the 16 to be in the playoff off the rip. I think they want more of a different format. So we'll see if that is what it is. But at the end of the day, like I mean, the same people. I've said this before. The same folks who are going to criticize USC for not making the playoff, are going to be the ones who are going to criticize them for not beating Notre Dame if they don't beat Notre Dame and they miss the playoff by a game. Now, there could be a situation where you can play Notre Dame and it not be a thing where you can where you play them, but it doesn't count against your whole situation when you're trying to go to the playoff. The SEC is still kind of not wanting to play the ninth regular season game against each other. They want to play the Citadel and all these other nobody programs at the end of the season. That's what they want to do. We'll see if that works. But also, USC just has to look out for USC. Just like Notre Dame is looking out for Notre Dame. That's simple. Now if the game, I want the game to continue, but I think for me, I think it's a perfect week zero game. Perfect week zero game. You have great opportunity to recover if something goes wrong in that game for both teams. That game could be, you can have it at South Bend, you can have it in the Coliseum, or you can have it at SoFi. You can have it, and you can have it. You have the game at SoFi, or you can have it at um, the Hoosier Dome, or whatever the Colts, whatever the like Lucas Oil Stadium, if you will. You could have that game. You could have that game played there. That would draw a huge crowd as well for Notre Dame faithful. So you could have that, but end of the day, like I mean, you can't really fault USC for doing what what's best for USC, and committing just blindly to a 15-year deal. You know, probably not the best thing. No matter how you swing it, it's probably not the best thing for USC to do. So we'll see what happens as far as that goes. USC now, this is something we talked about a lot, and you're seeing a little bit more national people talking about this backfield. And I think, Wayman Jordan is probably one of the most anticipated runners I've seen at USC, where people just really can't wait to see what he's gonna play like. They're excited to see what he's gonna look like in a Trojan uniform. And it's gonna be fun to see, what kind of style of runner he is. I mean, we know that he basically won the JUCO Heisman and all that stuff like that, but I kind of want to see what he can do, and I kind of want to see if they're going to have like a Wayman Jordan, Eli Sanders combo on the field at the same time, and then you have the big bruiser and Brian Jackson, who's just going to flat out just he'll give you that ludicrous, that move bitch get out the way type running back that USC has missed for a while now. Like fourth quarter they really don't. You're worn. The other team's worn down, and they really don't want to tackle this man because he's just grown. And he lowers that shoulder and it's over. So it'll be fun to see what this backfield accomplishes. I think Lincoln will run the ball more. I think they're set up to run the ball more, and hopefully they do that. It makes sense to run the ball more. It doesn't, you can't, there's no other way to say it. I mean, running the football for USC is going to be a vital thing for them to be able to be a big time team in the Big Ten. So we'll see there. All right, so anybody right USC podcast saying peace real quick, saying fight on, and we'll talk next time. Get some all 22 set up for Mr. Jaden Mayaba, see what he can improve on in 2026. All right, fight on.